Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So are you guys like me where like you like to plan like your makeup looks, like your outfit looks? Like I know what I'm gonna wear for Thanksgiving and Christmas like 2 months before, and I also start thinking about like how I want to do my makeup for those holidays too. Like I start thinking, okay, do I want to use this? Do I want to do that? Like what foundation am I gonna wear? What eyeshadow look am I gonna go for? Like I am a girl with a plan and I'm always prepared. I always know exactly like what I'm gonna do for every single holiday. So for today's video, I wanted to experiment with you guys and I wanted to do a holiday makeup look. So this is pretty much me experimenting for next week, which is Thanksgiving. So I was like, you know what, let me sit down and film and see what I'm gonna be using next week, because like I said, I like to know ahead of time just so when the day comes, I'm not like stressed about like how am I gonna do my makeup, what eyeshadow palette am I gonna use, what am I gonna do? I like to be prepared, okay? That's what today's video is going to be. It's going to be a holiday makeup tutorial. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and let's jump into the video. So I'm going to do things a little bit different today because I'm trying to see if I like it this way, if I like it the other way better. I'm going to start with my face first. I haven't started with my face first in like what feels like months and months and months, because I usually do my eyeshadow and then I'll go in with my my face. But today I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna do my face and then go in with my eyeshadow. So I'm first gonna start with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm gonna use this to just, I guess, like kind of prep my face. I already put on my moisturizer and my sunscreen on, so I'm just gonna use this because I am actually gonna use the airbrush. Oh my god, that's always has such a tongue twister for me. I am going to use the Airbrush Foundation, and that's a little bit more on the mattifying side from what I've like realized as I've used it, and I kind of want to keep this look really dewy, so I'm just going to use a stipple brush and just kind of like brush this all over my face. This is going to leave a nice glow underneath our skin, and like I said, I'm just trying things out, seeing how it works. We are looking very dewy right now, and we are looking hydrated because it is winter here. Well, it's not really winter. Like yesterday was 70 degrees, today it was like 39 degrees. So I don't know what like season we're in. I don't really know how to dress these days, but I'm going with winter because I'm sitting here freezing my butt off because it is actually pretty freaking cold outside. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Oh my god. So I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, the Airbrush, the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and then the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. That is a lot of flawless, okay? Alright, so I'm going to start with the foundation. I used this last week and I really liked how it left my skin. It gave me really beautiful, like, gorgeous coverage. It did just look a little bit drying. That is why I went in with the illuminator underneath, because I want to not look so dry. I'm going to go in with a brush first and just push this into my skin. This is going to give you a very full coverage look, and for the holidays, I want to look glam. You know what I mean? I don't look glam every single day. I know you guys might think that I am, but typically I'm walking around looking like a raccoon most of my life. So for holidays, I do like to really bring out the coverage and just really just enjoy just like looking good, you know, because we don't get to celebrate things too often, especially in our busy lives. So when I have a chance to kind of celebrate and get dressed up and get dolled up, I really do take my time and use my best products. So that is what, I kind of hate wearing a turtleneck and trying to blend foundation because it's really hard. But anyways, so this is blending out really nice with the brush. I'm gonna go in with my sponge now and just push the rest of this product in and blend it out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to contour, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. Like I said, you guys, I am pulling out all of my favorites on the holidays. It's what I do. I'm going to buff this out using this brush. I really like using this brush to blend out contour because it's not too big, but it's actually like the perfect size. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. I never use brushes like what they're actually meant for. Like I just kind of use a brush and whatever I think it's going to work for, I'm going to use it for. So that's pretty much what I do, especially with my contour brushes, because this is like the perfect shape in my opinion. It's not too big where it's going to like disperse the product all over your face. It gives you enough room on the brush to kind of do whatever you want. If you want to keep that contour nice and sharp, you can do that with this. If you want to flare it out a little bit, you can. So as you can see, there is a huge difference. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. I adjusted my ring light because I felt like it was kind of like washing me out and you guys really weren't able to see how the makeup was looking. So I went ahead and adjusted it. I think I had it too bright and it was making me look a little crazy. All right, so now I'm gonna contour my nose. And I just like to use the side of this and go right down the sides of my nose. If you feel like this looks too intense at first, do not worry, because with concealer, it's all just going to come together. So I wouldn't stress it if I were you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that same brush and just push this contour in. You don't wanna move it out because it's gonna make your nose look wider. You want to push it in. You know that like TikTok, or that, it's actually not even a TikTok, it's a YouTube video where it's like, pretend that you have no nostrils. Men don't like nostrils. They want you to look like a pterodactyl. Every time I contour my nose, or try to contour my nose, that is exactly what I think of. But yeah, so I am just contouring the crap out of my nose. And like I said, it looks a little funny right now, but that is because I am going to lighten it up with concealer when it gets to that point. So now that my nose looks totally crazy, I'm going to go ahead and conceal. I'm going to use my Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, the best concealer to literally ever exist. So using that same sponge, I'm going to blend this out. You guys, my skin has been suffering. Like, I usually don't suffer like this until it's like really cold out, but I guess the back and forth with like the hot, the cold, and like my skin not really knowing what's going on with the weather. Oh my god, my under eyes are really taking a beating. They are so dry. It's actually scaring me because my under eyes have never been this dry before. It's not really scaring me, but it's different because my under eyes are usually fine. Like, I never typically have anything wrong with my under eyes. It's usually like my nose and my chin and my cheeks like it's like really irritated during the winter, but this year my under eyes are really irritated. So I've been having to put on eye cream in the morning, which I don't usually do because when I get up in the morning, I usually just wash my face and then immediately start doing my makeup after I apply like my sunscreen and stuff. So I don't really have an outrageous morning skincare routine, but my under eyes have been crazy. So I've been having to really apply moisturizer in the morning. So, all right, so now I'm going to fix this nose. Just going to blend out the concealer, and then you will see that this just looks totally normal now, and it looks contoured without looking overly gray or overly bronzed. So now that we look more like a human being, I'm going to go ahead and use my new Rare Beauty cream blush in the shade Nearly Rose. I'm obsessing over this at the moment. Cream products are currently my like go-to and like my obsession. So any cream product, I'm just like, I want to try. I literally want to try every single cream product, but this is so pigmented, you guys. The first time I applied it, I like swirled my brush around in here pretty crazy, and it went on pretty crazy. So these are super pigmented, so you do not need a lot of product. So actually I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose, give that cute little like button nose thing that's like low-key trending. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit more blush because I just like to look a little rosy. So I was going through my collection this morning while I was looking for my Flawless filter, and I found the Kylie Cosmetics Soft Pink Loose Setting Powder. And if you guys are new here, then you don't know, but the Kylie Cosmetics Translucent Setting Powder is like my go-to setting powder, and it breaks my heart more and more every single day that she no longer sells that powder, and I literally am just like saving that for like special occasions. Like, I never ever use it, but I did find the pink one. So I was like, you know what? I have a little bit of this left. Let me just go ahead and test this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to set. I have my laundry on my bed, and now Thor is on my bed going through because he's looking for socks. Here. This is a sock that you stole from me this morning. Take it. I have millions of toys for him. Not really, but you get what I'm trying to say. And he just chooses to go through my laundry and eat my socks. No, So I'm just smoothing out any creases underneath my eyes, and you guys, my under eyes, the concealer is separating. Every single concealer that I use these days is separating underneath my eyes, and it's so sad, but I'm pretty sure it's because of how dry they are, and I literally don't know what to do. If you guys, if it focuses, if you guys look right here, you can see it's separating. If you guys have any tips for me, let me know, because I'm struggling. I have changed my sponges. I have changed the concealer that I use. I have done everything I can. I've moisturized. I've changed the pillowcase that I'm sleeping on. Like, I switched to a satin one instead of a cotton one. just to really help my under eyes, because I'm a really rough sleeper. I sleep like a psycho, like pushing my face against my pillow like a freak. So yeah, so if you guys have any tips for me, let me know, because I can't figure out why all of a sudden my concealer is just separating on me. So leave me all your tips and tricks. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use this Kylie powder, the soft pink one. This is a brightening one too. I really hope that she brings back her setting powders. I know they obviously won't be the same formula because she is now a clean brand, but if she can get it to where it's almost identical, I will be so thankful, because I truly did love her setting powders. Guys, so while my crusty under eyes are setting at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. So I thought, since I was doing like a Thanksgiving look, I would use my Naked Heat palette. I was thinking like, what palette do I want to use? What do I want to use? And this is the one that like I saw while I was looking for other makeup, and I was like, this looks like it's a winner. Like, this looks like it's going to be the one for me. All right, so this is honestly a beautiful like color story. It's perfect for this time of year, especially if you want to keep it like in the fall vibes. So I'm going to start with the shade, I think I'm going to start with the shade Chaser, and I'm just going to use this to just kind of like go all over my eye. It doesn't really look like it's going to be, oh, it actually is giving me a little bit of color, but this is just going to kind of be like a transition shade. Not really, but you get what I'm trying to say. This brush is so soft too. Wow, I'm using the JH35 from Morphe. This is Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration from a few years ago. All right, so now for the real transition, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Sauce, which is the third shade in the palette, and just put this into my crease. These shades, first of all, do you guys remember when Urban Decay ruled the eyeshadow world, and it was like the only eyeshadows? I remember when Naked 3 came out, the rosy one, and I was really into rosy shades back then. I went crazy over it. And then Naked 2, because it was cool toned, I loved that one. And then after Naked 3, I feel like they kind of like fell off, and then like other brands really like started taking over. But the Naked palettes were some of my first ever eyeshadow palettes, and I loved them. Urban Decay used to kill the game when it came to eyeshadows. But do you see how just smooth this is looking? I haven't used, by the way, concealer as an eyeshadow primer in months. I either use my Juvia's Place or my Milk Makeup one, but I'm using like my old technique, and I'm not mad at it. I think it actually is looking pretty nice. So now I'm going to go in with the fourth shade, which is Low Blow, and I'm going to use a different brush and just buff this. And now I'm not sure if I want to do like an all over. By the way, I'm like putting this on the outer corner, brushing it up into my crease. I'm not sure if I want to do an all matte look, if I want to do a little bit of shimmer. I think I want to keep it a little shimmery, but I'm not sure. But these shades, as you can see, are just looking so beautiful. All right, so just buffing. So I'm going to go in with a more like precise brush. This is the JH33, and I really want to take the shade right here in Fuego, which is like the third to last shade in the palette. I think that's what my brain is trying to say right now. So I'm going to take an Fuego just a little bit and really just buff this out like this. This palette, you guys, oh my god. It is so blendable, and I'm pretty sure it's actually not even my palette. My friend Nicole gave it to me because her friend gave it to her. So she was like, I'm not going to use all these shades. Do you want this? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll take a Naked palette. And it's pretty old, I'm pretty sure. And it's just so good, and I'm so thankful. So Alexa, if you're watching this, thank you so much for giving Nicole the palette, because now I have the palette. So I really appreciate you. But anyways, yeah, these shades are blending so good. I can't even believe it. So I have this loose glitter from Artist Couture in Diamond Bronze. I got this like 2-3 years ago in, I think, a lipstick that I bought from Artist Couture. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a beautiful loose pigment. And to be honest, I think this is what I'm going to put all over my lid. So I'm going to dump it into the cap a little bit. And I'm going to take a flat brush. And, ooh, okay, let's see. I haven't used this in years. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to put this all over my lid. It's getting all over my face, but that is fine. So the glitter is looking gorgeous. So I'm gonna go back in with that shade and Fuego, and I just want to intensify the outer corner just a little bit, so to give it a little bit more dimension, so it doesn't look like I just have completely like orange lids. So we're done with the eyes for now, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away this bake before it completely makes my under eyes even more crusty than what they already are. Now that we're done with the shadow, I want to go ahead and do my wing. Now I haven't done a wing like with my makeup done like this in a really long time, so let's just hope and pray that everything goes smooth. Okay, so I'm just gonna start out with my Too Faced Better Than Sex liner. Not bad, not bad. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and do this off camera because it's gonna make me real hot trying to do this on camera, and then I'll be back to finish up the rest of the face with you guys. Just vibing so hard to some music that I totally forgot that I was in the middle of a video and almost went on with the rest of my face without letting you guys know what I was doing. Crazy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to bronze my skin. I'm gonna use my Jaclyn and blush duo. And yeah, I'm just going to bronze. Doing the wing liner wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I still prefer doing my wing liner when I don't have the rest of my makeup on, because if I mess it up, I can always just use a Q-tip. Once my foundation and concealer are on, it's kind of a little harder to do so. So that's the only complaint I have there. But I really do like how everything looks when I do my face first, if that makes sense. I just really vibe with how it looks a lot better. One wing definitely came out a little bit different than the other, but I mean, you know, that type of shit happens. It is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my blush now. I'm using that same Jaclyn duo and just blushing up the cheeks. I'm really into like pinky blushes these days, even though I should be using more of like a brown blush considering the look that I did, but you know, it's all good over here. All right, so I think I kind of want to, sir, see, we were doing so well, and now I'm filming, and now you want to jump on me. I need you to sit. You're cute. You're very cute. And Mommy's so thankful for Thor this year, but Thor, you gotta get down. You gotta get down. Wait, Mommy's got the sock. Mommy's got the sock. Go get the sock. Okay, so I'm going to put some black into my waterline. I'm using my Makeup Forever Aqua XL. And I'm just lining my waterline. Oh my god, this liner is so old that it took me forever to get it this black just now. I think it might be time to get a new one because that literally doesn't even look that black. It looks more like gray than it does black. Alright, so I'm gonna go in. There's no room in front of me. I'm gonna go back into this palette. And I'm gonna use a more like precise brush. I'm actually gonna use the second to last shade in the palette, which is Ashes. And I'm going to line super close to my waterline, just like this. And I'm just placing. So I'm not like swiping back and forth. I'm just right now placing the shadow, and then we will blend it later. Okay, so we're obviously not going to leave it like this, so I'm actually going to go in with that shade in Fuego, which is the shade right before. We use this more on the outer portion of our eye with a pencil brush, and very gently I'm going to go back and forth underneath and just buff out that color. Just so it's not like sitting underneath her eye. You want it to look more seamless, so just buffing it, and as you can see, the difference is really, really there. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and highlight. I totally forgot about highlighting my face. I'm going to use my loose highlighter from Wet n Wild. This is my go-to highlighter. I've had this for like 3 years, you guys, and I have used the crap out of it, and I'm still pretty much filled. Like, this will last me for years and years and years, but it's just a beautiful natural highlight. It can be really intense if you want it to be intense, but it also is one of those highlights that just looks beautiful on your skin and just gives you that like glow from within without like overly being like too highlighty, you know what I mean? Like look at that. You can see the glow, but it's not over the top. So I'm just gonna tone it down just a bit. All right, so now for lips, I'm gonna use, where is it? This Pat McGrath liquid liner. This Pat McGrath lip liner in the shade Contour. I've only used this once, and when I did use it, I didn't like it. So I'm gonna give it a try right now. To fill in my lips, I'm gonna go in with Huda Beauty's Interview. This lipstick is really beautiful, and it's not too nude, but like the perfect pinky nude. So now for the literal finishing touch, I'm going to spray my face with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I'm just going to use this card to block my hair and then just spray. Alright you guys, so that completes this holiday makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had so much fun creating it. The only thing that I'm a little upset about is my concealer. If you guys can see like right here on this eye, it's where it's all like messed up and separating. Let me know if you guys have any tips and tricks on how to fix that, because I'm not sure what's going on with my concealers and my under eyes, but they are not vibing, and that really, really bothers me because I love when my concealer looks absolutely perfect, and it really bothers me when it doesn't look perfect. So let me know if you guys have any tips to solve this issue that I'm having. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy this holiday makeup tutorial. Let me know what you guys have planned for the holidays this year. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and to subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you guys in my next video. Bye!